Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. We've got all silver for you today. My want list is full of gold, but I tell you, when I got these silvers, I've got a couple of runs I'm working on, so I hope you all don't mind looking at these. First off, we've got Daredevil number 9. I already had a copy of this book, and it looked like total trash because it had blue paint all over the bottom, if you all remember a previous haul of mine where I showed that off. I didn't know it, I didn't notice it, and I bought it, and it had blue paint all over it. So finally, I got a good cover of this book. The problem is that this book has writing all over the splash page. Somebody wrote their name on every, all over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to marry the two books. This already has cover detached, so no problems there. So I'm going to marry the two books, and I'll do a video on that, just showing kind of how I do that. And, you know, Daredevil, I tend to marry Daredevil often. So, what can I say? A blind guy has rough comics in my collection. So there you go. Here comes Daredevil number 9, a great Wally Wood cover. I'm working on the first 11 or so issues of Daredevil to include the Kirby run and the Wood cover and the Wood covers, and then I'm stopping at Romita, which I tend to do. It's not that I don't like John Romita Sr.'s work. There's nothing about it that gets me excited. When I see John Romita's work, I just see it. It just looks like a cover. It just looks like, a regular comic to me. And I think it's just because he was so prolific in his work. He did so much work that I've lost sensitivity to it. And yes, I can still appreciate it as classic and good comic art, but honestly, it doesn't get me excited the way Kirby does, or especially Wally Wood. So there you go. Daredevil number 9, again in the collection. 2 copies now, and we'll see what we can marry them together. And speaking of Kirby, let's show some Captain America number 108. Yeah, buddy. That's some good stuff right there. Super excited to have that. Look, even has the Agent 13. She's in distress down there. Finally known as Sharon Carter, thanks to this comic 103, where we find out her real name. So just cool. Look at the funky angle on that. I just think it's wild. So pretty cool. Great Kirby stuff. And of course, if we got 108, you knew this was coming. Boom shakalaka, baby. Number 109. Now, why do I hold it like this? Well, it's because the top corner's ripped out. But I tell you what, I paid... how do I put this? There were 2 other books available at the time that I bought this book. Both of them had big color-breaking creases across Captain America. This one has a very, very minor crease across this shield there. You can kind of see it, but there's not too much. It's more like a scratch even. So, looks pretty good. That's a pretty well-presenting Captain America number 109. It doesn't bother me. The price is missing, and that's it. And the rest of the words Captain America are in the top corner, but it still has the number of the comic there. None of the art is bothered, so I like that. I have the reprint of this book, but I did not have the original. This is a book I've wanted for quite some time, and normally they range anywhere in low grade for probably 40 to 50 bucks in low grade or mid grade. And to me, this is a nice, if you can ignore that piece, it's pretty up there in grade, and I'm very, very happy to have it. I barely paid anything for it, which was, and I had a chance. You could get this book for a reasonable price, so I had a chance to pay a little bit more on it, and I just didn't want to. Even though I really wanted the book, I just wanted to save a little bit of money, and I'm happy I did. This book satisfies me completely. I'm not looking for another copy, so super happy with this one. Captain America 109 jumping in there. And what is this? More Cap! Oh my goodness, 112. So, what's the issues here? In my Cap run, I'm trying to complete the Kirby run of Cap. So, Captain America... The Kirby run, I believe, are the first 10 issues. So he does Captain America 100, of course, picking up from Tales of Suspense number 99. So Captain America picks up at 100, and then it goes with Kirby doing the covers from 100 to 110. And then it skips. And 111, I forget who does it. It might be Ramita. And then at 112, there's this album issue that's done, and it's a really, really neat issue. I look forward to reading it. Everyone needs to read this issue. It looks pretty cool inside. I flipped through it. I'm excited about this issue, and this is going to be like, I'm waiting until I finish the rest of the run, and then I'm going to read this completely. But it appears to be kind of an anthology or a mix-up or a retelling of some of the stories. So I'm excited, really excited about that. So I'm going to read this book when the time comes, but right now it's at number 112. So it skips 111, goes to 112 where Kirby does this issue, and then after that it goes back to, I think, Ramita. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure the internet is quick to do so. So then after that, I'm not interested anymore. So I'm really looking to complete this run. So that's why I have so many here that I've been working on to get there. So, and of course I already have some of them, so I'm just a few shy of that one. And 100 is one that's it's the last really expensive one that I'll need to get, and so that's fine. I don't mind collecting this way. I've collected uphill on some runs, meaning you get the really cheap books early on and work your way up. I've collected downhill on some runs, meaning you get the most expensive book and work your way down. But I have actually found that the best way to do it is just to collect the books as they come available. Keep a watch list on the expensive books. That way if one comes up cheap, you can grab it. And then the rest of them, just kind of pick them up as they come along. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So I don't mind to wait for some of the better books down the line. Patience will save me money long term. And here, last but not least, Fantastic Four number 55. Nothing but great books in this run, in this haul today. We've got look at that. What else can you say about that? I won this in an auction on mycomicshop.com, and I was happy about it. Again, got it for very little money. It has a tear here, and I think that ran people off. But you can barely see it. So it's kind of right there. You see it. Actually, I don't even think it's a tear. Yeah, it's a little bit torn right there, but the rest is just creased. But not bad at all. You can see that it had been folded at one point. So it could use with a pressing. It doesn't even need much of a cleaning. A lot of these Silver Age books, it's funny because the Bronze Age books, when they're dirty, they come real clean. They're super easy to clean. Golden Age books, there's so much dirt there that you can clean a lot of it and get it pretty shiny, but something about the Silver Age, the way it yellows and tans, I kind of like it. So I don't know why, but you know, I guess when I'm cleaning a Golden Age book, I'm trying to kind of get it to be as pretty as a Silver Age book. And when I'm cleaning a bronze book or newer, I'm trying to get it as clean as a modern book, as a brand new book. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but for all of you out there who clean books yourselves, I'm sure that you'll understand what I'm saying, that there's a certain kind of tanning that happens to the Silver Age books that has, it gives me the feels. You know, when I see that kind of tan box and that's not exactly white, it's like a yellow. I like the look of the age on them, you know, and so like that looks perfect. I would never clean that book. I would not clean that book at all. That book's perfect. I'm not touching that book. That book's perfect to me. This book's got a couple of water stains and stuff, but for the most part, it's perfect. I love the tanning on that book. It's beautiful, and that one too. So I'm gonna marry it so I don't have to look at, you know, little Billy's name written all over the inside of that one. But other than that, it's staying the way it is. So there you go, folks. Fantastic Four 55, Captain America 112, Captain America 109, probably the biggest book in this haul, Cap 108, and Daredevil 9 once again. And that's what I'll leave you with. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Another big haul for 2020. This year is already starting off with a bang, running out of bags and boards. It's gangbusters, everybody. So we got Fantastic Four 55 here, and Silver Surfer and the Thing is going to remind you to read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.